In what is a little bit of a twist, a former Capitol rioter and ex-MAGA supporter who served her time for her actions on January 6, 2021, is now refusing the president-elect's offer for a pardon. This is 70-year-old Pamela Hemphill, who pleaded guilty to charges related to the Capitol riot. She went off on social media about her thoughts on the prospective pardon for the J6ers, saying, I will refuse a pardon from felon Trump. Oh, and there you go. I mean, by the way, Donald Trump is a felon. Just because he didn't face any actual consequences on the record, especially when it comes to that one case that was actually pursued and that he was found guilty of. That was the election interference, hush money, scandal case. Yeah, he is guilty. He's a convicted felon. And unfortunately, because you have presidential immunity as president of the United States, he doesn't actually face any real charges, any real consequences for doing that. But on the record, technically a felon. Now, Hemphill, who was, by the way, being treated for breast cancer at the time of the riot, was spotted, and this is her crime, pushing past police lines 3 times when the attack was underway, and was later seen inside of the rotunda telling fellow members of the mob, come on in, come on, have fun, this is your house. Okay, well, no, technically not. I mean, we're supposed to be represented there, but like, it turns out that, if it was really our house, we could come in anytime we want. That's obviously not the case. You can't just barge in uninvited and then start trashing the place. All right. And by the way, if you do treat your house like that, that doesn't look so good on you, right? The way that they treated the Capitol building, which was filled with smeared poo, and smashing of windows and walls and vandalism and all that stuff. So yeah, not so good. Now, after about 8 months after that day, the FBI came to her door. And, well, at the end of the day, she ultimately pleaded guilty to 1 count of demonstrated picketing or parading in a Capitol building in federal court. So back in 2022, and was sentenced to 2 months behind bars, 6 months of probation, and a $500 restitution. She served 60 days in Dublin, California. And during her sentencing, she apologized for, quote, everything I said and did at the Capitol. And you know what? She meant it. That's great. Now, in 2023, however, Trump posted about her case, tried to compare her to Hunter Biden, who, by the way, just got his own pardon. Now, Hemphill responded to the former president's post on X saying, please, Donald Trump, don't be using me for anything. I'm not a victim of Jan 6. I pleaded guilty because I was guilty. Hashtag stop the spin. She also told the Daily Beast at the time, saying, quote, I mean, I was trespassing. I had a choice. I could have left. I have respect for her. Okay. She admitted what she did wrong, took her punishment, and then broke with the people who misled her into being there in the first place. Yes, and again, took responsibility. That takes a lot to do. And again, I respect that. Now, during that interview with the Daily Beast, Hemphill also revealed that she had cut ties with MAGA several months prior, saying, quote, you don't see it as a cult when you're in it. You don't recognize it. Which is true. I mean, that's why it's very difficult to get people out of cult thinking, right? Because they never, no, I'm not in a cult. I'm free. What are you talking about? No. So, yeah, it's hard. Now, after her release, she then explained how she got out. She said that family members had staged a political intervention. Now, this is important and resonated with her because guess what? That's what she did. She helped recovering addicts in the same way. And so when they did an intervention for her, she understood. And Again, credit to her family, right? Because instead of cutting her out and cutting her off, they talked to her. They got her to realize what was going on, what she was doing. They said, Pam, you're in a cult. You really need to get out of that. We really care about you, but this is a cult. You're trapped in a cult. I mean, it sounds easy, right? But again, she had to be someone who went through, some prison time, and then was like, oh my God, you're right. Holy crap. And then, of course, being away from that kind of helps you realize, oh, you're right. This is what's going on. She then, of course, noticed other things, like Trump's narcissistic behavior, and was like, wait, this is gaslighting. This is not true. And again, that's basically in response to all the crap that Donald Trump constantly spews. Okay. She also said that I never liked how he talked to people anyway. He's rude. He's very mean to people. Yeah, absolutely. Indeed he is. Of course, there are people that didn't care how mean and nasty he was to people, because he was mean and nasty to the people who they were told deserved it. But apparently, look, she was able to break out of it, so that's great, and I love that. Now, getting to the present here. Now, she had responded online, also saying this, quote, I'm not going to be bullied by MAGA anymore, as those who went as far as calling my probation officer to get me in trouble backfired on them, thinking I would stop speaking out, just giving me more confidence to continue. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty gross of people to do that, to try to get her in trouble, because they now disagree with her. What was that about cancel culture? That I thought they didn't like cancel culture. Interesting. Look, she's not the only former MAGA person who realizes that they've been duped. And it's good when you see people that finally are able to break out of that. Sadly, of course, there hasn't been enough of them. Credit to them, of course, for speaking out. But unfortunately, like I said, we're kind of stuck with this now. I mean, Donald Trump reelected, given another 4 years. I mean, and this time with a small amount of the popular vote. Yes, more of the popular vote. I mean, it's just absolute disaster. But on MAGA, supporters, I can only hope that enough people realize what the movement is. It's not what you think, okay? They have been lied to. They have been used. And so I hope more people will continue to realize that. And look, I understand that in a lot of cases, it's going to take people getting hurt. And I don't like that. I don't like to see people get hurt, financially and things like that. I know that there's going to be a lot of leopards eating a lot of faces over the next 4 years. And I hope that from that, you have more people that start to break out of the cult and push back, just like she was able to. That is my ultimate hope, and we'll see if hope survives over the next 4 years. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.